when I uttered the words that no bearer of a burden bears the burden of another, meaning you make the mistake, you pay for it. That's the law of Allah in the Quran, not your wife. See? So in that sense, the connection was about punishing the wrong person.
What is the masla for this? See,
Now, please, brother. Look, I spoke for more than an hour. Shh. Look.
Give me 2 minutes more. Please.
All right, give him 2 minutes. Shh.
He might think it has nothing to do with this, but it actually has, because Mr. Ahmadinejad, I'm very pleased with him when he says in the beginning, please don't ask me why pig is haram. It's very good, because it's not accepted. He says, don't ask me why very good, but why did he go into Islam? The Muslims themselves. And he said something which is against Ijma, all of them start with this three you say, don't mention this because it's not your field, right? And yet you don't bring it yourself. And now you say, again, you say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Quran. I think we should be more careful about this.
Another person for why you question the question, not a discussion time, it's a question time.
Yes, brother, what have you got? Just keep a little far. Keep the mouth far from the, No, sorry, shh. Look, I can't, the sound, yes. Go ahead, my son.
You're talking about Christians destroying Islam. Amongst our own people, Islam is being destroyed. We have copies, movies, everything. They're destroying Islam themselves. The new generation is being confused by this. How can we confuse the new generation?
Yes.
Can you please tell them?
Yes. You see, the way to unconfuse them is to take them to the Quran. Take them to the Quran. In other words, now you have to know the Quran. I quoted the Quran. Allah's law says that whatever you do, you pay for it. Right? Now, that is a principle, eternal principle with Allah. You bring me anybody, now man, what a great alim he is. He says, no, you commit rape and murder and somebody else gets punished for it. I says, no, I can't accept. Allah says, Allah taziru waziratum wizra ukhra. Bibi Aisha Siddiqa, she said that, that there is current among the Muslims an idea that if a person dies and the woman, she wails and complains and she cries, the deceased person gets punishment. So in answer to that, she quoted this verse. In Aisha Siddiqa, the Al-Mumineen, our mother, she quoted this verse, where it says, now the woman is crying and the husband is getting punished, one who's dead. So she says, Allah taziru waziratum wizra ukhra. Now mind, the whole ummah says that the man is getting punished, the husband, for the woman crying. Allah says, no bearer of a burden is the burden. If the woman is guilty for crying, complaining to Allah, then she will be punished, not the man, not the deceased. That is the law, and we have to accept it. No arguments. You come along with this and that. I say, look, these are your ideas. You are prepared to talk. You call me. This alim that you have in mind, you bring him to me, and I want him to answer this, that you make the mistake and your woman pays for that. I said, look, it doesn't enter my mind. Explain to me how. So you see, so the thing is, we have to go to the Quran. Once you go to the Quran, wallah, this is the common denominator that will unify us, whether tablighi or sunni or whatever. If you want to unite people, you need a common denominator. At the moment, you have your own heroes. I have my hero, you have your hero. You want to know what your hero says. I want to tell you, my hero says this. Therefore, there's a conflict. If we have our hero, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as our hero, and this book of guidance as our book of principles, inshallah, this will bring us all together. There's no conflict. When I tell you Allah says this, no conflict. Can you see now? Whatever I'm talking about, this is what Allah says. You can't tell me, Hamara mazhab ye kehta hai, my mazhab says, I say, look, excuse me, Allah says this in the Quran. What have you to say to that? Your sheikh, I want to know what he says about this. So this is the common denominator that can bring Muslims together. Allah's kalam. And that's what I'm urging everybody to do. Go to the book of God. Books we have plenty. And the books have divided us. Our heroes have divided us. Go to Allah's kalam and Allah's kalam will unite us. This is the rope of Allah. Allah says, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold fast to the rope of Allah which is stretched out for you, and don't be divided among yourselves. This is the rope. We are not holding the rope. Nobody reads the rope. Nobody reads the book. Tell me what this book says about talaq. What this book says. There is a whole surah in this Quran called Surah Talaq. Since you touched it, the whole surah called Talaq. Talaq means divorce. Allah Bari Ta'ala spells out for us in detail. If you must, you reach a stage where you and your wife can't agree, then it sets in motion, it tells you what, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, what to do before you can say, I divorce you over a period of 3 months. He is telling you what to do. You won't listen, you didn't read the Quran, you're not listening to Allah's kalam, and now you go along and say, talaq, talaq, talaq. I say, where did you get that? Is that what Allah told you in His Quran to do? Now, you made a mistake, you say, you made a mistake. Now you want to find a remedy. So you created a remedy worse than the sickness. So now I'm talking, I said, look, this is not reasonable. Now you want to bring about the mazhabs and the ajma', now just Urdu, he wanted to speak in Urdu. Ijma', I said, look, please brothers, I don't know this language, I know this. What they call, we call it, fanakolo, aisa, taisa, hum baat kar sakta hai. But now, otherwise you're going to make a fool of me. Ijma', ummah, as in all this, what it means. I know what Allah says, and this is what I understand. If I'm wrong, you correct me, that I don't understand the Quran as I should. Yes, brother, what have you got?
Assalamu alaikum. In the beginning, when you talked about those speakers which have the words read in Arabic, have they come into this country yet?
I don't know. I received them in South Africa. I received them in Pakistan. I don't know whether they have reached your people yet. But you are a target for it. Everybody, every Muslim anywhere. So it depends on the Christian missionaries. If they feel that, look man, this Bengali Muslim or this Punjabi Muslim, he needs it, it's available to them. I won't tell you where they are, but they're available. They can write and they can get them. And they can give out to the Muslims. So it depends on the missionary, what he's thinking. They have here as well, since they're already found also in the UK.
Thank you.
Amazing, this little young man, look at the contribution he made. This little fellow. Look, the question he asked, based on things that I've spoken, he said now he wants to know, it makes some sense. Instead of taking you back, what happened in Nelson, I don't know when.
Jazakallah, the time for Maghrib prayers is approaching. So this meeting will be concluded by dua by Qari Jalil Saab.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب.
آمين آمين.
اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما.
آمين آمين.
ربي اغفر وارحم وتجاوز عما تعلم إنك أنت الأعز الأكرم. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين.
آمين.
اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار.
آمين.
وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين برحمتك يا